Just pulled up to an old client of mine from a couple years back. 2 or 3 years ago, we did a plan, worked in some food plots, improved what he had, and then he took off on his own and started doing his own food plots. And he bought a seed drill, and he's doing a great job of getting a nice variety of food plots into his property and attracting a lot of deer. This place didn't need any forestry work because it was pretty well clear cut when I got here, so the regrowth is not too bad and very thick, and we actually had to clear some of that to put more forage in. So we're going to take a little tour here, and I'll show you how things are turning out. So, well, at least you got some pretty decent bucks walking around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little disappointed right now, but
can't imagine what happened.
The deer I see now probably won't be around come hunting season. More pods.
All right, so these are Eagle Seed Manager's Mix. So it's like a combination of 3 different types.
Yeah, 3 or 4 different seeds. I think there's some the conventional soybeans, and then there's the forage soybeans.
Well, they're certainly chewing on it. Well, this looks a hell of a lot better than the last time I was here when we planted corn and it just didn't make it.
Yeah, there's some sort of grass in here. It doesn't germinate until like mid-June. And the same thing happened last year with the corn I planted.
Yeah, that's foxtail. It has a tendency to sneak up on you.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, that's good looking soybeans. It's up to my, yeah, it's about knee deep, thigh deep.
Yeah, it's actually...
It's a lot better in the middle, isn't it?
It's a little wetter over there.
Yeah. That's not bad considering the drought we had this year.
Yeah, I'm happy with this.
Got yourself another redneck.
Yeah, we got...
Hey guys, if you're watching this video, you're probably interested in wildlife habitat improvement, especially for deer hunting. If you go to my website, click the link down below, you'll find a ton of information in there. And one of the things I have on my website is a group of classes that you can take that consolidates my 30 years experience doing this into a couple hours of video classes. There's some PDFs that you can download, and that'll bring you up to speed, teach you everything you need to know about food plotting. So go down there and check it out. You can buy the whole thing at once, or you can buy just the things that you're interested in learning more about.
Gas field. That field by the barn.
That gets a cover on it, of course.
Yeah, it's one of the soft-sided rednecks.
Yeah. And what are you going to put in here?
I put a brassica mix in there. That's one of the things we spread there. You can see it's starting to come up.
Yep. So this is the field that we just ground in. What was that, 2 years ago?
This
will be the third growing season.
It's the third hunting season on it. 2 years and like...
Still have oak trees trying to grow out in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So the idea with the Egyptian wheat out here is to get the deer to turn and come out this way so that you can take a whack at them. You never put a stand down there where I wanted you to.
Down there?
I was going to put one in one of those pine trees.
Oh, there's one down there.
There's one down there?
It's not in the pine. It's in a skinny tree, but it's actually, where the pine is, there's a limb that goes parallel to the ground. The tree stands behind that.
I think
a hang on.
Stand on the tree there, right?
Yeah.
Is that a good spot?
Yeah, it is a good spot.
Yeah, see.
Hard to get in and out.
All you got to do is listen to what I tell you. This field, it's really too dry up here and droughty to really have a lush clover field all year. But chicory will put a deep taproot down. I would just try to convert it to a chicory plot, because they'll last a good 3 years.
Yeah, well, the field we just went through, that one's about 5 or 6 years old, and I figured it was time to terminate it.
Yeah.
We started to get a lot of thistle in there and everything else. And And also, I just feel like I get too much clover. I got 2 fields next to each other with clover in them. That's why I put peas and Keystone winter peas and buck forage oats.
Are you going to drill anything through this clover now for this fall, or just
No,
let it?
I wasn't. But I did in that one.
Okay. So you put peas in that one over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Peas, forage collards, and
Yep.
oats.
Okay. Put some pear trees. Are there chestnuts in here too?
What's that?
There's a couple chestnuts up here too, isn't there?
What do we got in the back? The back there, I think, crab apples.
Well, a couple of these pear trees look really good.
Yeah.
They took off.
The cages off because they were getting tube bound.
Yep.
They just didn't want to stay up straight.
Mm-hmm.
So we took the tubes off, put the cages on them, and let them try.
Hopefully a bear won't come along and just break that thing off. This field got ground out with the forestry mulcher, and then we went over it with the forestry tiller and tilled everything in and put raised crazy mix on for the first year. That stuff got to be 6-7 feet tall. Deer were loving it, and now it's converted over a pretty nice clover field. There's clover chicory in here. It looks pretty decent. You got the Egyptian wheat for a blocking, I guess. See, I would just use switchgrass if that works, and then it's permanent. But
You got to buy these rhizomes, and you plant the. It's like a piece of.
Oh, it's almost like putting in.
So-
what do you call it?
so you could
Bamboo.
come up. There's a real steep hill right there.
Yep.
But there's a trail, and you can pop up, get into this blind, and then you put miscanthus around there so they can't see you even climbing up the ladder. And the wind is usually blowing out over.
Yeah, that'd actually be perfect.
And then you got sort of an L-shaped food deal here. You can look down that way and down that way, and the deer aren't going to be detecting you at all. So that's the way to set up your shooting stands. This is a gas storage well, and they cleared this whole plateau and regraded it. So this here is it's looking pretty good, considering it was really the worst soil
It was-
that you
it
could
was terrible,
possibly
yeah. And that's
come
why
up
I'm
with.
trying to do a soil builder, try to get the organic
Yeah,
matter
so this is
going.
King's Agri-Seeds solar mix.
Summer solar, and now we're putting a King's Agri Seed,
Big box
big box booster mixed with triticale,
and
triticale and oats.
What's it called? Big booster?
Large box booster.
Large box.
It's
Why do they call it that?
I guess it's a triticale. No, it's not triticale. It's crimson clover, winter peas.
Well, I see some sun hemp over there.
Yeah, that's in that summer solar.
Yeah. So for winter now, you just drilled right through this.
Yep.
And that's got the winter stuff. It's got
Yeah.
triticale, winter peas, crimson
Yeah,
clover, etc.
yeah,
Some other things.
Daikon radish.
Some radishes. Cool. And that's where the big boy comes out to feed, right?
Hopefully.
Unfortunately, nobody can shoot around here. 'Cause right there's where you shoot them from. That's a great spot, man. You can see 5 acres from up there.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever see that one you missed
No.
again? Maybe you hit them.
I looked around pretty good. I didn't see any blood.
This is going to be brassicas.
Yeah.
But you can see what we're working with here for soil. Nothing but shale.
Taken a few years to get this to
I'll
where-
tell you what, I'm pretty impressed with how the sun hemp came in
Mhm.
back there. It was 5 feet tall. So there you go. Plant more of that.
Yeah, I got a couple bags left. I'm gonna do these 2 little fields again next year with it for a few more years.
So this one just got brush mowed like
2 springs ago.
A year and a half. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd say he did a pretty nice job, considering he didn't even have the forestry mower. It was a circular mower.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Used to look like that. Pretty useless for hunting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then it'll hold
Lots of
deer,
cover.
but you can't see them. And then you can sneak up right from the house and get in that stand, right? Nice.
And you got to trail through the brush here so you can sneak in and out. We cut down some branches and stick in there to try to block you get in and out. We actually come in, we put a hole in the floor so you come in right through the floor. You only have to open the door.
Yeah, that thing's really up against some trees and gives you that back cover that you need. Nice. Well, hopefully the brassicas, it's supposed to rain a little bit more. There's some beans on there coming in. Did you spray this? So it looked like that green patch there before.
I missed the spot.
Yeah. All right, so that's the tour, and they're doing everything that was in the plan and a little bit extra. And there's some big bucks walking around there because there's quite a bit of land that you can't hunt on, private land. And there's state land adjacent that is very difficult to hunt, so very few people put pressure on the area. So I see big bucks in his future, and doing everything right. There's good access to the stands, and no four-wheelers after Labor Day. So we should be able to keep the place fairly low pressure, and all the big bucks hopefully will take up residence. He definitely has some nice deer hanging around. Stuff happens to them, they disappear, but there's so many bucks that eventually they're going to start whacking some big ones, and we'll see what happens this fall. Tomorrow I'm heading up to northern Pennsylvania, up to the northern tier, which is quite a drive. So get an early start in the morning, go look at a new property up there, a new landowner, and see what I can do to help them out. All right, I'll see you on the next one.